the pelvis forward and back. So we're going to talk about posture today. So just keep doing that, ladies, as I just show you. So a lordotic person, we've talked about it, is somebody who has an excessive curve of the spine. So that's our C position. Yeah? So when we go into an A position for somebody who isn't, it can be quite uncomfortable because this is where they like to be, and this is where they're comfortable. But when you do that, it then becomes more uncomfortable. Yeah? So you think about, we're just doing the opposite of where the posture is, where it normally stays for years and years and years. So it's hard to just affect the body to immediately feel comfortable in. Okay. Okay, then from there, I want you then just to raise up through. Now this is great. This is the lower pelvic area. This movement from side to side in front of the plane is good whether you're lordotic, kyphotic, or you're flat back, right? So flat back people find it hard to do that pelvic tilt forward and back, yeah, because they're in a rigid position the whole time. Okay, then we're just going to go around we go. And then we're going to go around the other way. All the way around. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands down. Relax your shoulders. They're away from the knees. Come down the right side. I'm going to open up this area here. It's the obliques, side of your torso, and then the other side. Right. And then just come up to the top, relax the shoulders, placing the hands on top, and then just circle around. Circling. Don't be afraid to move the pelvis, coming out of your optimum position, just to allow the shoulders to relax. And then just taking your arms down, we're going to go into a little flexion. So this is where you kyphotic people, like this is where you are. And when you're kyphotic, you're not just for a day or two, this is you're in this position, yeah? But when I ask you to do that position, that can feel really uncomfortable, yeah, because you're pushing back, your shoulders don't like it. They're much nicer here, because these are long, yeah, and these are short. They're much happier in that position than what they are in that position. So that's what we've got to encourage, is the posterior deltoid, pulling back into those shoulders one more time. We're going to go into shoulder shrugs. We're going to lift and lower. Squeeze and lower down. As far as you can, and down. Lift and lower. One more. Okay, then from there, I'm just going to make the range a little bit bigger. I'm going to take my arm back. You're going to go backwards because you not just open at the shoulder, you want to open at the chest as well. So by taking the arm back rather than forward, it's a great way to a little bit rounded back. Right, so think about opening the shoulder, opening the chest. One more time. We're going to do a chalk circle. I'm not done this on the name of it. You're going to lift up the right arm. You're going to follow it back. You're going to make a circle and then bring it round and place it back. Other side. And as you're turning, keeping that lovely connection onto your core muscles. Down we go and through. I'm going to do a little bit of hands and wrist now. We're going to place the left hand and push it to the right, and then the other way. Push it over, and then just stretching out those forearms, stretching out the wrists. 2 more, 1 and 2. And then just take your hands together into a little clasp. I'm just going to slowly take the heels up. That's all I'm doing, yeah? So just rocking side to side, heels up. Now as I do, my brain will allow me to play. Going to open. Clasp and open. Clasp and open. That's it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to place that heel down and I'm going to roll around. This is another great way of warming up those shoulders. 2 and 1. Place your hands down at the side of you. Sweep your arms up. Breathe in and breathe out. Instead of that, take them around the world. Breathe in and breathe out. And then take them back into opening up the shoulder and the chest. Okay, so this is my little routine. This is a little combination. So we're going to come up and down. Breathe in and breathe out. Around the edge. Breathe in and breathe out. And then 2 turns. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your hands up into chalks and into arms. Chalk circle. Follow your arm back. But in the center, I'm going to bend the knees. I'm going to come down into a squat. It's a tiny squat, all right? Nothing at this stage. Hands in and then down. Okay. And again, so round we go. All the way around and through. Hands together and drop down. Okay, and again, round we go. Hands together and then drop down. Lovely. Just release the arms, just take the shoulders back, just loosen them off. Now I'm going to take the right arm over the top, and as I come over, I'm going to bring the left arm under. I'm going to keep the arms so they're floating all the way, and then they're going to go the other side. And again, float away and over, and again, float away and over. Now as I bring the right arm over, I'm going to take the left arm behind me and then the other side, up and over, right arm behind. So it's more difficult to get the arm behind the back than what it is in the front. Okay. So now, open the arms. Arms are facing down. We're going to rotate and then we're going to rotate. And then around we go. One more time. And then just bring yourself down to the center, shoulders back and down, and then just right knee. And then the other side. Lift and up. That's it. Lift and up. Now I'm going to take my opposite elbow to my opposite knee. So I'm just going to go 1, 2. So this is some oblique work I'm doing with you, some ab work. And it's just a way of crunching. You don't, to show you don't have to do everything down onto the floor. Okay? Then stay here. Come over to your right side. Now the weight of the arms is pulling down through the waist muscles and also the muscles, the erector spinae, the muscles all around our spine from top to bottom, working through. All right, one more time. All right, taking your arms down. Ladies, let's just go for a roll down. So I'm going to come for a little roll down, only to knees. I'm going to show you sideways, just to my knees, okay, just that position. Then I'm going to take my hand, side of the head, just like we did when we were standing here. And you're going to drop the shoulder down, and then you're going to lift it up. And again, inhale across, and exhale and lift. And again, inhale and cross, exhale and lift. And then just taking your hand down, and then coming into a little extension. And then flexion. And just think about our postures now. Think about like when you're in a lordotic, which is an excess curve in the spine. Yeah. So this is going to feel not so nice, but this is going to feel much better. Yeah. So think about how we're working through the body. So as you lift up through the chest, spin away from the chest, so we're pulling the shoulders back, and this is not so nice for kyphotic. Okay, this is nice for lordotics, yeah? And again, so push away, and then lift. So kyphotic people who are normally round-shouldered, this is nice for you, and this is not nice for you. But think about it, you're putting yourself in an opposite position to where your body wants to be. A flat back will probably find it quite difficult to do flexion, all extension, because you're in a very rigid position, chin to chest. We're going to roll down to the floor, vertebrae by vertebrae. Now, kyphotic lordotic people can come down vertebrae by vertebrae, but flat back people can tend to come down like an ironing board, yeah? Just down. So I really want you to concentrate on vertebrae by vertebrae. That is it. Shoulders back and round, turn them round, just to loosen off. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to drop the chin to the chest. We're going to roll it down. No ironing boards. Roll down. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Releasing it at the bottom. Little bend in the knee. Take away that pressure from the lower spine. And then when you're ready, very slowly, coming back up. Place your hands into a prayer position and just place them against the sternum, okay? So nice core connection, glutes strong. You're going to turn to your right side and you're going to ask yourself, how far can I turn? Yeah? And because I'm holding you tight into your body, very closed position, you're not going to get the movement you can when we do open arms. So how do you come further one side without twisting? Yeah, you don't want to twist here. Can you move a tiny bit, but not a lot. I don't want you to turn all the way around. One more. And then you're able to come one side more than the other. Taking your hands, ladies, to the side of your head. Make sure you've got some room in front of you. I'm going to step in forward. I'm going to drop the back knee. I'm going to lift up and turn. I'm sorry, place it back. Then, talking about turning, I'm going to turn to my right and I'm going to turn to my left. Okay, let's do that the other side. So I'm going to step forward, drop the back knee, lift, place it back. Let's turn left first and then turn right. Okay, let's put it together. So I'm going to do 1, 2, drop the back knee. I'm going to turn to my right, bring it to center, lift up, 2 squats. 1 and 2. Lovely. Left side. So it's 1, drop the back leg. Round we go. 1, push back. That's your hard part, isn't it? On that right leg. And down. 1 and 2. Put your hands down and just take your legs out nice and wide. Nice and wide. We're going to come over to the right side. So immediately you come down, your inner thigh is stretching out. So for lordotic people, this part of the body, yeah, the adductors in the thigh, can become really tight. Yeah, so the lordotic people who've got the excessive curve, this area becomes tight, so you need to lengthen it. So we're going to come down to your right side, not a crunch, not here. Yeah, lift and center, and the other side. You come down, and then you lift up nice and tall to the center. Don't pull your shoulders back. Yeah, so down and lift, stand tall, down and lift, stand tall. Bring your arms through and roll back and through. Yeah? And again, so through and open, 2 more. 1 and release. And again, just a nice little bit of mobility through the upper back, and then bring it over the top, and so I've given us lots of little exercises today. We'll start to put them all together. So come back down again to your right side, and then lift up, and then down to your left side, and lift up. Bring your arms open, round we go for 1. We're going to do that one more time, and round, and then we're going to take the right arm over the top, left arm. Then you're going to bring your arms down. You're going to close it all back together, and then bring your feet in. Hands together. Hip feet are in line with the hips. Chalk circle round. Follow it round, and then give me a little squat. And then the other side. Round we go, and a little squat. Hands at the side of your head. Lift the knee, and the other side. And again, so you lift and turn, lift and turn. And try and keep it nice and flowy. Yeah, so rather than a, yeah, so more of a flow. That's it. Now keeping the hands at the side of the head, let's do that step lunge. You step lunge, down 1, push back 2 squats, 3, and 4. Other side. So step down, turn, center, lift back, yeah, and then 2 squats. Taking your hands down, circle around the shoulders, take the back to open out the chest and retract those shoulders. Ladies, bring your arms up in line with the shoulders and then just pull back. I'm just going to do a little pull. Now notice my arms are opening slightly, but not here. Yeah? So pull back. So we want retraction. That's it, retract through. Pull. That's it, 2 more. Kyphotics don't like this at all. No. And then take your arms down. Right arm over, left arm in front, left arm over, right arm in front, right arm over, left arm behind, left arm over, right arm behind. Open your arms up to aeroplane, palms down, and then just do a little rotation. Now the rotation, the range of movement is much bigger here than when we're doing closed. Round we go. Lovely. Take your hands down at the side, shoulders back. Very nice and gentle. 2 more. We're going to take the right leg behind the left, and we're going to go into a little curve. Okay, right to left. 1, and a curtsy 2. And again. 1, and then curtsy 2. Back to your side bend. You do a side bend, the other side. And then we're going to do a curtsy, right leg behind. And then we're going to do the left leg behind. And then you're going to do a side bend right. Then you're going to do right leg behind. And then you're going to do a side bend left. And then a left leg. So notice the flow. Yeah. So the flow from one position to the other. Lovely. Legs up wide, hands together. Open your door. Open your door. Bring it through and then sit back. So legs are wider. Open and close. And sit back. And again. Open and close. Sit back. And one more time, open and close. Lovely. Ladies, take your arms, I'm going to come back a little bit. Take your arms into a pec deck. Bring this pec deck on the floor. So just have a little rehearsal. All right, so from here, we're going to bring the arms together. Elbows in, and then open. Little pec. We're going to do 2 types of toy soldier. Okay. So we're going to do toy soldier in this position. So let's begin. So you're going to take the right arm down and then the left arm down. And now, totally different. Restriction in my right shoulder, which is also left. It's totally different. But I just haven't got a movement there. I just want you to see. The more you do, the more movement you get. So come forward, yeah? Dropping like your arms you can bring them in front of you. Whereas this side, you put it back. Just talking to yourself, how's it going? Yeah? How does it feel? Is one side worse for you than the other? Okay? Then, taking your arms down, toy soldier, we can also do right arm up, left arm up, right arm up, left arm up. Now, how does that feel? Yeah, for me, better than doing it in 90-degree position. I prefer this toy soldier. For those of you who have other difficulties in your shoulders, this might feel worse, yeah? But we must keep them moving. I know a lot of people think they're just going to rest up on those shoulders or any part of their body. It's all going to get better. And it might feel better at the time, but when you start moving it again, it sets back in. So we start keeping our body strong and supple and mobile. This is why mobility that we put into the sessions, every single class is essential. So let's do a little wood chop, shall we? Just come down onto the mat. We're going to take the arms down to the right and and again, down to the right, and then up to the corner. Down on the other side, just float it down. We like the floats, don't we? And up to the corner, and then down. The bow and arrow, you know, we do the bow and arrow when we're down on the floor. Pull back. Pull back. Yeah, this is what we do in our half a roll back, isn't it? Pull back. One more time. Ladies. Hands down at the side of you. Oh, those shoulders are feeling heavy now, aren't they? Roll it around. Okay. Take the right arm across your body. A little stretch. Pulling the arm, pushing, should I say? Pushing the arm into the body. There's your stretch. Right over your deltoid, posterior, do the stacks. And then do the side. Perfect timing. 20 minutes down onto the floor, including that stretch. Hope you feel broader. Take your hands together. I'm going to show you in a side position. Let's just stretch out the upper back. For those of you who are in this position, in this kyphotic position, you know, these are really long anyway, so you don't need them. It's much stretching. You don't need to do that much to see it. You definitely need to do that. You really need to stretch out shoulders and the chest. You're pushing your body into the opposite way it wants to go. So eventually, if you don't, you just get worse and worse and worse and worse. If you're going to get older, have this. It's so important. You're pulling back, you're doing the opposite where the body wants to lie. No, you can't expect results overnight because you've been in positions, these postures for years. It takes time. But it's again just about educating you as well, getting you to think about, you know, when you're at home, you're out in the kitchen, you're making a cup of tea, just a couple of seconds, think posture. All right. Yeah. Not about that biscuit you're going to have to do. All right, ladies. So when you're ready, let's go down together. And so, roll it down. The moment you roll, you're going to feel that you're doing hamstring. So there we go. Hamstring stretch at this point as we roll down. I want to change it to the calf stretch. Okay? These are tight. We need to move them as well. So we just walk forward. And then we ease off on the hamstrings, and then we're into the calf stretch. And now you're stretching here rather than here. Right? Just a pedal push. Just like when we were standing up, and we had our hands in the clasp. Four and 3 and 2 and 1. Push down. Now, come down onto the mat, all right? Come back towards your heels slightly. Now I'm going to do, rather than thread like a needle, I'm going to take my arm away, push it away from me. Then I'm going to turn my head the other way. And then the arm that's stretched out, I'm just going to turn the thumb up to the ceiling. We've got a nice stretch into the chest as well. So you've got here, you know, when I talked about, you know, pulling back, kyphotic people, we really want to pull back, lengthen these muscles. So here, look away, thumb up if you want to. bring that in. Keep the hands in, just in line with your shoulder, and then just again, great for all postures. Go into your extension and flexion. Extension and flexion. And then somewhere in your optimum, then just sort of wag the tail. And then let's go into spill forward. Just rotate the axis, right? So go around. That's it. Around we go. And if we go one way, let's just try the other way as well. It feels odd, doesn't it? It's a bit like rubbing your tummy. I'm going to come around the other side, ladies, just to show you. So back towards your heels. Taking away that arm. Take it away. Look away from it. Take your head down, and then lifting your thumb up to the ceiling. Engaging the muscles in the chest, and then allowing the breath to slow down. Okay, and then push into the heels of your hands. Okay, and then I want you to come over slightly, a little bit of wrist health, and then push away. Yeah, and again, tiny, tiny little movements. So you know, the further you come forward, the harder it is, the weight through your wrists. A little bit of weight is not going to hurt. And again. I think I've told you in other classes that this time last year, you know, it was just sort of 6 months after breaking my, oh no, 4 or 5 months actually, from July, breaking my wrist. I couldn't even put my hand down onto the floor, take my weight. So it's just repetition and keeping strength training into your child's pose. Keeping the strength training going. It's not just like doing it once a week. It's doing it day and little bit and often. There we go. Okay. Brilliant stuff. Take my ball. I'm going to come around in seated position. My ball just between my knees. Just between the knees and sit up nice and tall. We're going to come into a half a roll back like we do. But rather than just have the ball there, okay, just there, squeeze the ball. So we talked about these muscles here being tight, those lordotic people. So this neck, we want to strengthen them up. We're going to stretch them in a moment as well, right? So I want the inner thigh engaged. I want the pelvic floor muscles fired up as well. I want a lot going on in one exercise, right? When it comes to a restricting on time, we need to get in as much as we can. So arms are away, shoulders are relaxed and down. You're going to get into a little half a roll back and you're going to hold. As you hold into things, now here, relax. Okay, hold it down. Inhale, exhale, and then breathe. There's just that little pause. So back we go. Hold it there. Squeeze the ball and lift it out. Now we did bow and arrow when we were standing up, didn't we? So we're going to do bow and arrow on the floor at the moment. And more. So come back. Just a pause. That's all it is. Just a couple of seconds. And then lift up. Then go into your bow and arrow. So follow it back and then lift it up. And again, follow it back and lift up. And back we go and lift. Last one. Now, ladies, you're going to come all the way back onto that. Okay, bring all the way back. And you're going to bring your legs in. Open through. Now, sorry, take your arms to the side of you. Okay, just there. Now, drop your feet down to the floor. Taking your hands where we were when we were standing at the side of the head. Inhale, exhale, and just curl up. So squeeze the ball and curl up. And then roll it down, go to the way backwards. And again, inhale, exhale. Lift. All right, so we're curling forward. forward flex, and then back. All right, 2 more, and I'm going to go into a reverse curl. Go forward and back. 1 more time. Forward and back. Now, placing your hands down just at the side of you. Instead of going forward, we're going to bring this back into reverse. So you're going to bring the legs up, a little reverse. Right, now, it's not a swing, right? It's just a little lift. That's all it is, yeah? Pressing down into the mat and through. And again, try and keep the heels down rather than in the air, all right? So here, if you do that, you come almost all the way up. Keeping the heels down, it's the weight of the legs that is pushing us back, yeah? So resist. 1 more time, resist. Keep your feet down, hands to the side of the head. It's much harder to do a reverse curl. You'll do 4 of each, and I'm moving on. 3 and 4. Hands down, reverse curl. 1. Bring my feet up, they should be. And 2. 3 and 4. Take your toes down, your feet down to the mat, open your arms, and then roll over. And then when you're reverse curling, you put a bit of tension through that lower back as well. So, and then and then we're going to do some bridging, which is brilliant for every posture. Playing the bridging and how far we're going to come. Okay, so from there, feet are down, arms are open, head is on the mat, and slowly shut. Just going to peel off a little bit and look how small. Okay, this is like the most miniature bridge. I'm thinking my first 3 vertebrae. Right? My lumbar is 5. I'm thinking 3. So you've got the end and then back down. The first one is that's all grouped together. The sacroiliac and the fossa. So that's classed as 1. And then you're coming up, 1, 2, 3, and then lower down. So up we go. So brilliant for all postures. Every posture, kyphotic, lordotic, and flat back. Okay, coming up from 3 and then to 5. All right, so now I've come up a little bit higher, and then I roll back down. And again, take it up, squeeze forward, and you're going from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lumbar is off the mat. Okay, we're going to work through the spine. We're going to come up into thoracic now. We're going to go through the lumbar, peel the thoracic away, and there you go. You're almost now, thoracic is off the mat, and you're on to cervical, yeah? So head, neck, and shoulders. So what's this doing in this position? We're pushing forward, so the lordotics, we've got the excessive spine, the curved spine, we're pushing forward. Not really doing a lot for kyphotic because we're down on the mat, but flat back, yeah, this person that stays in rigid position, making them come down vertebrae by vertebrae, and you're on the mat, yeah? So think lumbar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up through thoracic, push high, yeah, pushing nice and high, and then roll down. Now, we can bring in something for kyphotics in this position, because don't forget, we want to open this chest, don't we? So, as you come up, float the arms back with you. Back we go. Okay, so back of the hands on the floor. Then vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming down, coming down. Remember, SI coccyx comes down on the mat, bringing the arms up and over. So it's great for the back into those shoulders, yeah? So again, those who are a little bit sort of round shouldered, going back into your bridge, high with your arms above your head. And if you actually know that you're not a kyphotic at all, you can just stay with your arms down. You haven't got to take your arms back if you don't want to. However you want to do it, whatever posture you think you are, into your bridge, and then lower down. Key is crucial when it comes to lowering, so you're not the flat back down, you're curling, you're lifting, and then you're coming up to the top. And then vertebrae by vertebrae. Ladies, open your arms, bring your knees over to one side. Bring that arm over and then turn onto your side. Ball is still between the knees. Chalk circle. Follow the arm all the way around. Sweep it around. Now what's happening here, you open the shoulder and the chest muscles. All right, and then bring it across the body and to the palm. And again, the rotation, circle it around, follow it around with you. A lovely stretch there into that shoulder and chest. Bring that arm away, bring the legs up to center. I'm sorry, I'm going to turn my back on him. And then just allow the legs to drop over first of all. Then bring the arms over, arms together, chalk circle round, and then lie here and open the chest. You can look at a hand if you want to. And then lift it over to close. And again, around we go. Over and through. From here, stretch, and then open your arms, bring yourself back to the center, lift your legs up into the tabletop, and then just a little tap down, and then this could be 3 more, little tap. If you find this too difficult, you want to do one at a time, then just take the ball away, and then one at a time. Right? Get ready to take the ball away. Yes, we're going to just place the right leg down and then the left. Curl up, lovely bridge. Taking the ball just behind you, and then taking the weight. Place your weight down. Open your arms. So the 4 of you on the floor. With my legs on the floor, my arms on the floor. We're safe. Then we're not so safe. And then we're not safe again. So get legs at the table. How else can we make us unsafe? Take your finger, take your forearm away from the floor, and then into your tap down. Into tap down. Then we're going to take the right arm across, and then the left arm across. We're going to tap it down. That's it. So it's making it much harder. If you feel that you even just want one arm down or 2 arms down, up to you. 2 more. 1 and 2. Now stay here, tabletop. Take your arms together into a pec deck. But as you tap down, open. Okay, this is great for the kyphotics, and close. And again. Down we go. Open and close. 2 more. Open into pec deck, toy soldier, or half toy soldier. And then close it all in. And then bring it. Much nicer like this. We can relax. Taking the legs down. Come away, lift away from the ball, and then take the ball away from you. We're going to come up into a nice seated position. Taking your head and your neck, shoulders, lift up, coming onto your knees, and you're going to bring your left leg forward, and your right leg is down. And as we did at the beginning, we were tilting the pelvis forward and back. So the moment we tilt in this position, we haven't got the range when we're standing. Really feel it in that hip flexor. Now, when you get that stretch, you know where it is. Got it there, you feel it, you push forward. If you're getting any sort of discomfort here in the abductors, when you're doing this, would mean that this area here is really tight into the abductor and the hip. Right, so we're going to just sort of stretch out both and do a bit of a twist on this. So, I'm going to lift my arm up, I'm going to come over. Then I'm going to lift back slightly. So my stretch from this to that, gone back, and it's pushed right into that hip flexor all the way through. I've got the arm over to give as much stretch as I can down into the abductor as well. Arm down, just lift forward back. Are you able to move a little bit more after that deep stretch? So I can. Leave the leg where it is, taking your arms, chop the wood down into the right side and up to the left, and it's begun to rain, down into the left, right, and then up to the left, and then taking the arms down, kneel in position, take the arms up into a V, retract down into a W. So I did this earlier in the class by bands in my hands, but rather than bringing your arms in the W like that, I want you up and then pull it back. So you're retracting the shoulders. Yeah. Retract down. One more time. Down. Bring your arms down. Bringing your right leg forward, and then just tilt the pelvis. Now, again, we're all asymmetrical. We're stronger one side than the other, so we're all going to have imbalances. So you may get better movement on this side than the other side. Again, just keep asking yourself. All right, from here, lift up and stretch. Stretch. Then pull it back. Pull back, just hold it there. Seconds. And release it. And then just go back to your tilting. You've got that optimum position. A to C. Yeah. A to C. One more. And then find your center. B. Chop the wood down.